New Paper Mario Sticker Stars is a papery adventure, full of stickers to collect, paths to discover, and puzzles to solve. This Paper Mushroom Kingdom is in peril. Here, the sticker you choose will determine a fate of win or lose. Help Mario stick it to the bad guys. New Paper Mario Sticker Star, only on Nintendo 3DS, rated E for everyone.
Hello, my name is The Mask, and today I'll be ranting about one of my least favorite video games of all time. I don't even know how this game I don't even know how it can possibly exist in a world where Nintendo is such a great video gaming company. This is possibly the worst Paper Mario to date, but why is that so? On the surface, it doesn't look bad. I mean, you know, the graphics aren't that pretty for the 3DS, but it looks okay, I guess. The gameplay is fine, it's bland and forgettable, a little difficult, but the reason why this pisses me off so much is because I love the first 3 Paper Mario games, and I hold Nintendo games to a higher standard than most video games get a free pass, you know. I don't care that it was targeted at kids, because kids deserve something more fun than this shit. So I don't even let's just begin talking about why I hate this game so much. It starts with like how formulaic the whole game's plot and story are. It's like Mario and Peach are meeting at a festival or something. You know, there's so many Mario games that start with a fucking festival. I think of like Galaxy or some of the other RPG games. You know, some kind of gathering. It's like, oh, it's supposed to be a happy time, but surprise, Bowser comes in or generic villain comes in and fucks everything up. So, yeah, but this is a basic Bowser's being a dick plot, and the whole game is just that's it. That's the whole story. Apart from some comedic writing, it's just go save Peach from Bowser like every other Mario game. And my problem with this is because, unlike the first game where they had an excuse where they were kind of like easing people in to the RPG formula, it's like this is an RPG, but it's still a Mario game. You know, it still has ties to the Mario franchise. The second game, it's like they didn't need to stick to story formula. They could go take risks, and guess what? Those risks paid off. And the third game, which was Super Paper Mario, it was good, and I just don't understand. I don't understand how they thought, oh, I got an idea. Let's bring it back. Let's regress. You know, all the unique characters from the last 2 games, they don't mean shit. Let's just bring it back to formula. I hate it when games do this in sequels, where it's like, you know what was really great? The first game. Let's bring it back to that. Let's retry. Let's try to do that again. It just leaves, you know, it leaves a very empty feeling for me. Because I'm not judging this game on like, oh, it's just an RPG. No, I'm judging it on the fact that it's a Paper Mario game, and how much it's not a Paper Mario game. The gameplay is just barren and empty. The battling system is completely meaningless. All you get from battles is either like actual practice for the game, you know, if you enjoy playing the battles so much, I guess. But also the only thing that you really get out of it is coins. Coins that are used to buy more stickers, and the stickers themselves are breakable items, essentially. Breakable weapons. They're one use usually, and after they break, that's it. What is this? Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories? No, I don't understand, like, what was the thought process? It's just like, let's take all the RPG elements out of an RPG. There's no XP, there's no stats except for health. There's no partners. They're gone. Who cares about them? Who cares about the fun characters that everybody liked talking about and choosing which one was their favorite and sticking with the party? You know, it's just Mario from beginning to end. And I don't mind Mario. He's cool. But, you know, who needs friends when we have stickers, am I right? Who needs friends? It's such a middle finger, because all these fun side characters are now thrown out the window. Just for what? A Starlo ripoff? That stupid sticker that floats around like a crown? I just don't get it. You need incentive to battle enemies in the game, and the fact that there's no XP in the game whatsoever just makes battles pointless. You can find coins on the map, you can find stickers on the map. It might be a little more challenging, possibly, but I didn't find that, you know, I didn't find it that hard to find stickers and money and everything I needed on the map. I barely fought. I would always run away from battles, because battles are boring. It's just a waste of time. It's useless padding for the game to stretch out its hour length. Oh, and the map system. I hate the map system. It's boring. And it reminds me of a Final Fantasy game that was made for the Western audience when Japan thought RPGs were too hard for Americans. I forget what it's called. It's an early Final Fantasy game, but that game had a map system too, because it's like, we can't interconnect these worlds. They might not understand how map systems work. Let's instead just make it like a platformer, like the Mario we released, you know, like a couple years back, you know. Oh my god. I hate this place. There are like 6 areas in total, and they label them like Mario, like an actual Mario platformer, like World 1/1 or whatever, or -1. And my problem with this is because, again, it's like, it's regressive. It breaks the immersion for me. It's like, oh, this world isn't really connected, like interconnected through pathways and places you can explore. No, it's just a level select screen. It's just broken. The game immersion's just broken for me. What are the worlds? A generic grassy plain land, mountain fortress, a desert, woodland beach, a snow place, jungle, volcano place, and then Bowser's Castle. There are 5 main bosses in the entire game. There's some mini bosses in between, but it's mostly 5 main bosses, and that's it. There's King Goomba, a talking cactus, Squidward, Frosty the Snowman, Little Shop of Horrors, Homage, and Bowser.
I'd like to save you, Koopalings, but I just remembered something. I have an important tail styling appointment in another warp zone. Bye!
Will Colored Splash include any traditional RPG elements like the first 2 Paper Mario games?
So you know about the Mario and Luigi game series as well, right? So since we already have that series of games that's, you know, this kind of more straight up RPG, we kind of feel like it would be a shame if, like, in this other series of games we weren't doing something that was more different and was giving something different to the customers. And I think those original Paper Mario games, what people liked about them was, as you say, the RPG elements, but there was also, you know, the colorful characters, the puzzle solving, the humor. So, you know, in the newer games we're focusing more on, you know, the puzzle solving aspects and the humor.
One of the complaints about Sticker Star was that Mario didn't gain experience points and level up, making battles feel kind of unrewarding. Do experience points make a return this time around?
So there's a new type of card in this game called the enemy cards, and those are actually you play them, and it actually brings one of the enemies, like a Shaggy or something, into your party, and they fight for you. But you can only get those by defeating that type of enemy. And so your paint hammer can only hold a certain amount of paint, but as you fight at the end of a battle, enemies will drop this object that you can pick up and gather, and that if you gather enough, you raise the amount of maximum paint that your hammer can hold.
Okay. As Andre touched on earlier, the game looks fantastic. Have you considered the idea of remastering an older Paper Mario game in high definition, like the Thousand Year Door?
If we made one, would you buy it?
Absolutely.
I think if we hear that a lot, it's definitely something we'll have to think about.
Cool. To finish things off, where do you see Paper Mario going in the future?
I mean, I think it would be great to just keep doing things that are, funny and interesting and new. But obviously we have to think of some kind of, new kind of paper-based theme that we haven't thought of. We did stickers, and now we've done, paintings. So we'll do our best.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Man, I'm sorry. I just can't take it anymore. This fucking game is just, it's garbage. What happened, Nintendo? Did you just not care? Did you just not try? Was there a budget problem? Well, I looked up some interviews about the game, and it's clear to me that they didn't want to make an RPG. It is so clear to me that they wanted to try something different. And, it's good to experiment, but it was a long time since people played Super Paper Mario, and Super Paper Mario is a fun game. It's not what I wanted, necessarily, but I was like, okay, I get what they were trying to do with this. It's okay. It still has the RPG elements. It still has the comedy. And I like playing as the characters and all the cool abilities you get. And there's a bunch of stuff to that game. There is nothing to this game. This is a nothing RPG. This is a not RPG. People who like this game are either people who like it because it's bad, like it's fun to like it. It's like, oh wow, everybody hates this. I'm gonna like it just to be different. Or they genuinely like the game, and I can't fault them for that. I can't say, well, you're stupid. No, I can't say that, because, everybody's opinion matters. It's just, it bothers me that after this game, they're like, okay, we're gonna make Paper Jam. And they made Paper Jam. For those who've never seen Paper Jam, it's a game from the Mario and Luigi series, the only good Mario RPG series in existence right now. Seriously, all the Mario and Luigi games are good, at the very least passable on Nintendo standards, and the reason why is because they didn't fuck with the core game mechanics. They basically built everything around the core game mechanics, and they kept the core game mechanics the same. Every now and then they'd introduce a new gimmick. Throw in a gimmick, touchscreen, weird wacky powers, dream team, inside story, time travel, all these different mechanics they added to the Mario and Luigi series to ramp it up or change things. But the battle system, you do not fuck with the battle system. Everything is mostly the same in terms of the battle system. Every now and then they'll switch up a few things, but it's still an action RPG. It's still an RPG. In Sticker Star, it's a waste of time. I don't understand why they did this. It just makes me sad, because they wasted time on a game that nobody wanted. Everybody had wanted, Thousand Year Doors 2 or whatever, and I would have been happy with that. I would have wanted another game. Like, there's a fan project out there called Crystal Chronicles or Paper Mario Rewind Chronicles or something like that, and that looks more of a Nintendo game than the actual Nintendo game. Like, it's just ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, it looks a little bit of, Fanny, OC, Do Not Steal, that kind of stuff, but it looks more inviting than something like Color Splash, which is the sequel, the unofficial sequel to the Sticker Star game. don't understand. I don't understand why. They obviously don't care. They don't care. They don't care at all.
Shut up! I can't stand it anymore!
It's 1986, I'm in the first grade. I'm working really hard to get Mario laid. I gotta save the princess so he can get the pussy. Believe me, Mario will get that ass, so fuck Luigi. Mario really wants to get her in bed, so bad that he's busting up bricks with his head. He just wants sex, so forget the wedding bells. Jumping on little mushrooms